All right, America, you still down with your homeboy for your homeboy Tim G. Jacob. This is the 121st episode of Put It On Something. Make sure you check out all segments of this episode and make sure you hit that subscribe button and put your partners on it. Share, share, share.
Tell them all about
Okay. We got to talk about uh, one of the most salacious stories in the news right now, at least in the sports world. One that is shrouded in mystery, and that is the Ime Udoka suspension from the Boston Celtics. America, if you don't know who he is the head coach of the Boston Celtics. He led the Boston Celtics to the NBA Finals just this previous season. Just like
it. Just last week, as Big Crit was saying.
just a few months
Just last
ago,
week. Just last
this
week.
man was coaching in the finals against Steph Curry and all them boys. Okay. And we talking about bombshell just the other day out of nowhere. They telling us this man about to be suspended for the whole damn year. Okay. They say that he had a consensual relationship with a Celtic staffer. And that has sent social media, without a doubt, into a storm trying to figure out, okay, who is this person? What did he actually do? Y'all use the word consensual. How is that a an infraction that you can get suspended for? It's so much secrecy. It's so much mystery. You got some people in big sports media, they coming out and saying stuff about it. Like Matt Barnes said something, but then he had to retract what he said because he say somebody actually gave him the real, and that the real is 100 times uglier than we know. We got Stephen A. Smith and Malika Andrews going at each other over the issue. Tell you, I don't know what the hell is going on. Maybe you can piece this thing together. I don't know. What the hell happened with Ime Udoka?
He first went to Boston and took a job. Let me start right there.
Okay.
If you know, let me just say it plainly. I'm just going to say it plainly because this is Put It On Something. This is what we do. If you know you love other bitches, don't go somewhere where they frown upon your activities. I'm just gonna be honest. The situation as I am piecing it together is nothing new. It's nothing new. The only thing that's different is that it involves Craig's girlfriend from Friday.
Shut your mouth.
Okay, someone we love and revere, and I get it. I got it. I'm not knocking that, but at the end of the day, it involves her. It involves another piece of lady, another woman, another situation, just whatever. And it involves a man in Ime Udoka who has some semblance of power. I just personally think that Ime Udoka went to the wrong organization. Because I do believe what Stephen A says. This ain't nothing new. They've been doing this. Those that are not like us have been doing this for a long time. I do believe that. Mm-hmm. But for whatever reason, either Ime didn't read the fine print, or either they just didn't love Ime enough that, look, we got to put this out. We got to make this public. Mm. And we all know the story behind the city of Boston. It's been chronicled.
Right.
In every shape, form, or fashion.
Right.
What the city of Boston is towards people of color.
Right.
It ain't no secret. So either that man should have delivered a championship and all would have been well, or maybe they just don't love him in the media space. because the media space carries some weight. Boston is a big media market. Ime may not really work the room well enough that you know what, he's likable. We can deal with him. Because in my lifetime, the only other colored man that I knew that set the sidelines for Boston was one Bill Russell.
We got Casey Jones in there.
Oh, Casey Jones. Sorry, forgot about him. But again, it's just a lot to unpack. And my thing is this: Boston, to me, as an organization, has not really said what's went down. It don't sound like it's nothing criminal. Even though when you look at whatever you want to look at or whatever you follow or view, they make it sound like it's some criminal stuff that went down.
Matt Barnes, what he said was the first time I heard somebody go there like it's ugly.
Like it's criminal.
He up here praying for everybody involved. I'm like,
yeah.
What? What didn't happen? I don't know. I don't know.
I put it to you like this. I put it to you like this. I'm gonna fall back to some old school type theory. I'm gonna go back to some old school type learning. The first thing that they present to you is the realest thing. Because everything after that is the cover-up. Because I would think that an organization or PR or whoever in their right mind, they want to make sure that they deliver the story or present it the best way they can initially. So if you sit there and you fail at that, everything else after that story makes it look like you're covering something. You retread now. You know what I'm saying? You're backtracking. You're trying to fix what you delivered initially. That's the way I take this story. It's so much said,
but they ain't give us nothing in the beginning.
They ain't give us well. They did.
All they gave us was that word consensual.
Okay,
they gave us that word.
They said intimate.
Okay,
they said consensual.
So how you get suspended for that?
Okay,
how is it ugly? How is Matt Barnes telling us it's ugly?
Nobody has said to us yet what these organizational rules are that he violated. What is it? What are the organizational rules?
This shit crazy.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. You call me crazy, you can say what you want. I'm gonna just tell you like this. I don't think they liked who he was on the sideline. Ime Udoka come off looking like Suge Knight on the other end of the country. That's what he looked like. He had a very abrasive personality. He was not PR media material. But all he did was deliver the Boston Celtics from being like, from the beginning of the year, you went, are we going to have to break up Tatum and Jaylen Brown? That's what we were asking. To now saying, hey, look, Marcus Smart, DPOY. They had Robert Williams as a as an all defensive team guy. You had Jason Tatum.
He made the All-Star team.
Brown
starting the All-Star game.
You got a squad.
But that was because KD was hurt.
But again, you got guys that were loaded, locked, ready to go to war. They got it all the way to the title game. We all the way to the NBA title. Now, granted, it's hard to beat Wardell and Stephen M because they've been there before. But nobody said Boston was gonna get to that point. Nobody. And Ime did that. He got him there. So now what's the question? Because usually when you got a good thing going, you're gonna hide that situation. Y'all was investigating while the finals were going on. It seemed like to me like they had already been looking into it. Well, not when the finals were going on, but afterwards. But they said they had a months-long investigation going on. We ain't been out of the league play. We ain't been out of championship play in what we 3 months out?
July, August, September.
3 months. So if you want to say them 3 months is when y'all started the investigation, man, that's pretty swift. Did you even high five Ime for his effort? Did you even say, "Hey, dog, great job. What we gonna do this year?" It's something going on, and I personally think there's something that could be that's about Ime Udoka that they just don't like. They feel like they got to do something different with that hire. He's not appeasing to somebody in that organization. And yeah, he may have his baggage, but something else is going on. And Brad Stevens and the ownership did not get into it far enough. They tried to make it sound like it was a horrific situation. You can't tell me it's horrific and then tell me on Front Street in the beginning that it's consensual. Something don't add up to me.
Okay.
Unless you saying there's something criminal going on, you should say that then. You should say it's something criminal going on that makes it horrific, disgusting, whatever.
Okay. These my theories too. I'm gonna give America my first theory that I shared with my brothers already. Okay. Because everybody around the world just speculating. Cause goddamn it, we ain't been given nothing.
They're not telling
Okay.
you nothing.
So that's one thing that I'm pissed. Like I think Brad Stevens was at a press conference and he was acting mad because folks speculating about who the lady is.
He mad because Ime got to the championship game before he did.
See there. But how y'all gonna be mad? Y'all knew damn well the internet was gonna speculate when y'all the ones, along with the media, put this shit out here without giving any information. Like you don't you're very vague in what the hell is going on with a coach that was just in the finals, getting suspended for the whole year. And so folks gonna speculate about that. So that's crazy. So here was my speculation when I was talking to my brothers. I said if it's a consensual relationship and this man getting the whole damn year for it, not from the league, but from his own team, I said this man must have knocked off the owner wife, or the owner got a side chick on the staff himself, or the owner got a family member or something that work on there and he made it did something like that. Okay, cool. That was my first thing. After watching the Matt Barnes thing and Matt Barnes saying it's ugly, 100 times uglier, now that made me go back to consensual. So now I'm really wrecking my brain. How can a sexual or intimate relationship that's consensual be ugly? Now, like that's almost oxymoronic. You know what I'm talking about? Unless it's like a situation I saw. Maybe I watched it in the heat of the night, T. Maybe it was in the heat of the night. I don't know what it was. Okay. I watched some show, and this chick, she didn't get raped, but like it was like her boss man was putting her in a situation where if she didn't have sex with him, she was gonna lose her job. She absolutely needed this job. So I guess that you still consenting, but he's using his power. He's using that position over you. So in a way, you ain't got no choice but to consent.
Right.
Like
Right.
that's the only thing I can think of that he's done. Now, if he done that, then that's ugly, and I guess can still be consensual.
But why wouldn't Boston? But why wouldn't Boston say that?
Only thing I can think of with that. Again, I hate that we have to do this.
Why Boston won't say that?
Because the journalists who report this stuff should have just asked the right question, get the information and put it out there. Only thing I can think of is them trying to protect the woman's identity to keep her from public scorn, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know.
I'm
That's
not.
All I got.
Not,
that's all I got.
All I'm gonna say is this: I think it would have been simple. I think it would have been easy in a sense to protect her, the woman, because they had made it so they made it seem like it was so heinous. Okay. They first said it was consensual. Then they came back and was like, it was such an egregious thing, whatever went on. And that it was so just strife with this tension. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if that's the case, then something criminal's got to come down the pipe. Like if you using words like if you're in the media like Matt Barnes and you saying disgusting, or you
But okay,
saying
the
it,
situation I just called just described. I don't know if there's a statute against that. Oh yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, no, you have workplace stuff for that, but I don't know if you go to jail for that.
but my
Like
thing
I know you
is,
get fired for that. You know what I'm talking about? 'Cause that's clearly it's like sexual harassment, abuse of power. But I don't know if you go to jail for stuff like that.
but my thing is, okay,
Not abuse of power. Now sexual
you
harassment. I'm sure you can
you
go to jail for that.
Boston has a responsibility to protect those that were involved, but also too, I feel like they need to be forthright
Yeah.
and just say in the way that you need to say it in that PR space that this situation was something that we as an organization, in terms of our rules, contractually speaking, this is what we don't allow in our organization. And we said
You
that,
say what it was
say what it was,
and leave the woman name out of it.
and leave. Thank you.
I'm
Thank you.
fine with that.
That's
They didn't do
all
that.
I asked
And
for.
they didn't do that. They
They
didn't do
did not
that at all.
say that. So it's like, okay, well, if you're saying he broke a rule, because see, everybody can tell me you broke a rule, but that rule could be the ownership's personal rule that ain't even necessarily on paper or signed via contract contractually. You know, you signed into these rules that you should abide by, whatever. If you didn't do all of that, then obviously, in the words of Juicy J and them, play me some pimping, man.
If he got
Something
hit up
happened.
for a year
Something happened.
and he ain't pushed back,
A year?
during his statement, then I think he understand that he fucked up. But I'm just, I don't know. He must have fucked up.
But
He
why?
must have
But
fucked up.
in what way?
That's the
Is
only
this
thing I can
is it
think of. That's the only
in
scenario I
what
got
way?
for you, T. That's all I can offer you.
In what way?
Because I don't know what else. Because if it's just a workplace cheating thing, okay, like I was watching Skip and Shannon talk about the situation. Skip Bayless mentions the Cowboys. I read the book about that.
Right.
And I'm talking about the Tom Landry God's coach Cowboys. Them boys, not Tom Landry, but the rest of the motherfuckers, from the owner to the GM, the player personnel, like these dudes were doing some crazy shit. Jerry Jones, early Jerry Jones, like Dynasty Jerry Jones. They say Jerry Jones fucking them girls on the plane. You know what I'm talking about? So this ain't new. What people saying. So what I'm trying to see is okay. That happened all the time. Folks in workplaces in general, fuck. Okay, whether you in a school, whether you in a factory, people work. You watch a show like Grey's Anatomy.
We're doing it for
I
years.
man, Lord, that show make you think that these doctors just be fucking in their own call room
It ain't
like
far
that. That
fetched. It ain't far fetched.
probably ain't far fetched, but so that if that's what because that's what the public thinks is happening.
Yes.
That's what the way they set it up in the wording, the public say, okay, that's Neil Long problem. That's what the public think. You know what I'm talking about? But for folks like Matt Barnes who say he got the detail, somebody
Uh-huh.
hit him up with the detail, and this man called it 100 times uglier than any of us think. Only thing I can think of is Udoka got this job. Boom, he's in the other than the owner GM, he the most powerful cat on the end the superstars on the court. Okay, cool. So he's in the power structure. Maybe he held this woman job over her, you know, it's you do this or else, and she consented. Okay, that's ugly, that's heinous, that's abuse of power. But if that's the case, you fire that motherfucker. You don't even suspend nobody for a whole year, but you just fire his ass if that's it.
Thank you.
I want him gone. Like if that was my little girl, and let's say my little girl was, let's say she was trying to, she grown now and she trying to be out there on her own and not use daddy money. She love her job, like being around the team, and this dude basically holding her job over. You would think you would want her to go to HR with that.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about? But if she don't and she consent, hell, fuck firing them. I would want to shoot the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But it's just this is bad from the Celtics standpoint of how they put it out here. Let me back up. It's bad from Udoka that he number one. Because if this shit don't happen, this ain't a story.
Yeah.
That's bad for him. It's bad for the organization how they leaked it out here, or if they leaked it out, how they put it out here. It's bad on the fucking media who reporting this. You got the biggest media conglomerates in the world. Why won't they just tell us? You gonna call and tell Matt Barnes, but y'all won't just tell us?
K Perk. Now let's hold up. Let's remember now.
Perk got it. He won't tell us.
Perk say I'm tight with them.
So why won't he tell us? He worked for ESPN. Tell us.
But see,
that's your job. You're in the snitching business. The boys, these boys get on TV and they tell folks, they act like the folks shouldn't watch me and you, cause we not insiders. We don't know nobody. But these motherfuckers know folks and ain't telling us what the fuck going on.
Yeah, there's a clip surfacing that basically K Perk and Malika got into it. Malika didn't like the way K Perk was talking. When K Perk basically just said, I just have a difference of opinion. I have the information, and this is my thoughts on it. And Malika, as it's stated, as it's reported, she kicked him off air. I haven't seen the clip, but there's some drama. There's some drama going on. So my thing is this: if it is a thing that happened, if something happened within the organization, if Ime Udoka was violating a particular policy or rule, I don't think it's wrong for the organization to say what that rule is and say that's why we're suspending him for the season. Yeah. But all they ever said to me was that it was a gut feeling. We got a gut feeling. The organizational owners said
that's a quote.
It was a gut feeling. There's no precedent to it. But this was our gut feeling that we had to suspend him for the season. So this is what I'm saying. You're not. I don't know.
Man. That ain't.
I don't know if you totally, because they said it was like unprecedented. We ain't never been here before.
But this is okay. This is my thing. You are one of the flagship franchises in the NBA. Some might say it's Boston. I'm a Laker fan. I'm gonna say it's LA. Okay, cool. You a big business then. Okay. You telling me you can't get a business consultant, HR consultant? That ain't, whatever has happened up there, it ain't the first time in all of organizational history that this shit has happened. They can ask somebody, how should we handle this?
Here's my thing. Why'd you bring in an independent law firm?
They did do that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They said they brought in an independent law firm to investigate this whole thing. Usually to me, when you're bringing in an independent law firm, you're going for criminal investigations. Just in my eyes, I think you will be going for something far deeper. Like, okay, Ime done violated, handle women wrong, etc. When you're gonna go to that length to go bring in a law firm to investigate a consensual relationship, it's kind of like
it's got to be some fuck.
What are you after?
It's that word consensual.
Yes,
it's got to be something dealing with that. Maybe they shouldn't have put.
But they backed off that word since then. See what I'm saying? When it hit the fan, the reports now don't put that in every report. They just make it say well, he did this and he did that and he did this, but they don't throw consensual in
Okay,
there.
what are they saying he did? Because I missed those reports.
Well, see, that's the thing. They ain't saying. They are saying they have seen everything from first it was one of the staffers in the organization in terms of development. Then it was um a lady who was like involved with travel. She organized his travel plans and
Oh, so these things just speculating still
yeah, it's still
about who it is.
speculation. It's still speculation because they
But
scared
still,
to
they
put
ain't
their
saying what
name.
he did. They still
Nothing.
speculating about who it is.
Nothing. They ain't saying
Okay.
nothing.
All right. Well, real one out there in Boston. Y'all got sports radio out there. Some of y'all done been to the game. Some of y'all might got kinfolk that work at the arena. Hit us up and let us know what the real is, because
Just say
obviously
what it
these
is.
other folk in big sports media ain't gonna tell us. You know what I'm talking about? One day, IG Entertainment will be where we want to be, to have a beat writer up there, and we would have been told y'all what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm talking about? Because we gonna get the people what you need. You feel me? But chime in, let us know what y'all think has happened with Ime Udoka. Put it on some.
Thank you so much for watching my daddy's YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and turn on your post notifications. Okay, how do I do it?